I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Chris.
And this is Mike and Chris Reloaded.
And welcome back.
Yeah, season 3.
Season 3.
Episode 1.
Three.
You know how close? We're only like 25, 26 episodes away from being 100 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
We are awesome.
We are stellar, man. We are completely awesome. This week we're going to do Ask the Geek, right? No? Or next week?
Yeah, I think... Wait. Was it this week or next week?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Let's go next week.
Next week? Okay.
Yeah.
Next week.
We got a lot of stuff to cover, so I don't think we're going to have time to cover it the Geek this week, so we're going to do it next week.
All right. That sounds
For
fair.
sure.
For sure. 100%.
For sure.
And for sure, you're not leaving my house until you take my fire sticks.
I will take them.
You better take them.
I will take them and run.
Because, damn it, I'm going to beat you up for not doing something free for me. I appreciate you, Chris.
No problem. How about we start off with, obviously, some sad news?
Yeah.
Quite a bit of sad news, actually.
There was a few deaths.
Yeah, there was quite a few, actually, while we've been on our hiatus. The biggest one, obviously, is the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
76 years old, passed away just a couple days ago.
Yeah, I posted Heaven got a little bit more entertaining.
Oh, and then some, man. You know, it's real funny. Aretha Franklin just passed away. And
how was that funny?
Not funny, haha, funny, ironic, I should say. Let me rephrase that. But a couple months ago, Matt Guitar Murphy had passed away.
Right.
Who is also part of the Blues Brothers band.
Yep.
In the movie, Matt Guitar Murphy was actually married to Aretha Franklin's character.
Ah.
So it's just kind of the irony of it, I guess you could say.
That is pretty ironic. I didn't know he died.
Yeah, back in June, I believe.
I missed that.
Yes. Of course, Aretha Franklin, she was one of the, she's the Queen of Soul, basically. I mean, huge hits, Think, Respect, Natural Woman, Say a Little Prayer, of course, which is originally done by Dionne Warwick, but she made it.
Right.
Good.
Yeah, she lasted, 50 years in the charts?
Oh, yeah,
so?
yeah.
I mean, this woman was iconic. Like Michael Jackson iconic.
Yes, when she first hit the charts, she was the first woman, first black woman to ever debut at like number 3 on the top Billboard 100. Like, she was just, bam, she's up there.
Right.
So, but yeah, awesome, a sad loss. I love her music. I've always loved her music. So,
I did too. She's awesome. R.I.P. man, rip.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart, one of the famous Heart Foundation tag team duo, father of.
What's her name off of? It's a girl
Natalia.
and Natalia. That's
Natalia.
what it is.
The father of Natalia, or Natalie, they call her, whatever. Passed away at the age of 63.
From a fall of some sorts.
I did not see how he died. I knew he had passed away.
Yeah, some kind of freak accident. Some kind of fall. I don't remember. It didn't go into details on the fall. It just said he died from a freak fall.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so rest in peace, him. Who else passed away?
I
think that's it, right?
I think that's it. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Sticking with the theme of wrestling here while we're in it, might as well knock this out. A couple big things. Of course, Ronda Rousey joined the WWE in January this year.
Yep. Did she win last night?
She won the women's title. So
there's a lot of people that are upset about that, too.
Ronda Rousey wins the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam, no less.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people say she lacks wrestling skills at this particular point in her career.
Probably. I mean, she's only really been doing it for since January. She's been practicing. So.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's probably gonna take some time, but she's the only woman ever to own the UFC title and the UFC Women's title and the WWE Women's title. So
yeah, that's true. I wouldn't want to mess with her. She kicked my butt.
Oh yeah, she's a master in a couple different martial arts.
Yeah, not messing with that woman.
Another big thing is, I guess Randy Orton, correct?
Yeah.
I guess he's being investigated. For sexual misconduct back in 2012. Apparently,
I shook my head.
The story I heard, from what I read and everything else, he was for people who knew agents and knew people that come in, interns, stuff that would come in.
Yeah.
He would walk around and pull his junk out of his drawers and say hello to little Randy. Don't you want to shake his hand? Don't you want to shake his hand? It's actually kind of funny, but it's not. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
apparently, this was way back when. Of course, he's denying all allegations, but this is supposed to come out somehow just now. So.
6, 7 years later.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
Not me. I'm telling you, it's not me.
Speaking of not me, you see how everything just moves right in, flowing?
It's flowing.
Flowing.
I wish my list flowed.
You know who Asia Argento is, correct?
No.
She was married to Anthony Bourdain, who just
Okay.
killed
Now I know
himself
she
or
is.
whatever. She was actually one of the very first people to come out against Weinstein. She was one of the founders of the Me Too movement and all that stuff with Rose McGowan, is that her name?
Yeah.
All this stuff, and
I like Not Me better.
yeah.
Hmm.
But she was one of the accusers of Harvey Weinstein, one of the very first accusers of him to get him ousted and everything else. Well, here's something that's really funny and ironic. This is funny and ironic, by the way. She had made arrangements to pay a certain person by the name of Jimmy Bennett $380,000.
That's a specific amount of money.
It is. Basically, to keep him quiet because she sexually assaulted him when he was only 17 years old and she was 37.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just the hypocrisy of it right
It
there.
It is hypocrisy, I'm telling you.
So now it's just like, oh, you poor woman, wait a minute. Whoa.
This whole Me Too movement is getting ridiculously stretched out.
Did you just do the same thing?
I mean, sexual assault is wrong.
It is. It's extremely wrong. But I just...
It's
you
just
know,
crazy.
when you sit there and you take down some big media mogul like this, and it's like, oh my God, I was so harassed, and then like you do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I agree. It's ridiculous. Hey, I wanna. This is not the exact same, but kind of the same. I want to talk about this race washing that's going on in Hollywood. Did you hear Idris Elba is up for the next James Bond role?
I've heard rumors of it. Yes.
And Denzel Washington is slated to do the next Scarface remake?
No, I have not heard that.
Okay, this is
originally I thought it was Diego Luna who was going to play Scarface.
No, they're saying Denzel now.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's getting out of control. They're taking iconic roles and putting people of ethnic origin in them. And Scarface is already an ethnic origin, so it's not like I'm being racist.
Now you're taking away from the Cubans.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And you're Cuban.
Yeah, I am.
So you should be angry about this
I'm a little upset.
Man, it takes away from your heritage.
Well, I don't, and I've always told you this before, that I don't, if someone's going to fit the role, let them fit the role. But, I mean, Idris Elba as James Bond, honestly, I don't think that'd be a bad choice. I like Idris Elba. He's a very good actor.
He is, but what I would do would be like change his 00 number, like maybe 008 or 009.
And I understand where you're coming from on it. I do.
Because 007 has been played by James Bond for an eternity now. Okay, since what, the 50s, 60s?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
60s.
Yeah, 60s.
I think 1961, 62 was when the first Bond came out.
It's been James Bond for now better portion of, 50 years?
Oh, and then some, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going to, I don't know if he's going to play James Bond himself or play a different role, but I think they should just do a different call.
It just all depends on how they do the story. If it's a complete and utter reboot again, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see. I mean, you could have someone, maybe the original 007 died, James Bond. He's a new,
right. That I'd be cool with.
New character or something. You know, I can see that. I can totally, like you said, another 00.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then why would you call it James Bond 007?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
I know.
So it's not really James Bond then. It's just another spy thriller.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you.
Now the Denzel Washington Scarface thing, I think that's a little bit of a stretch. You're taking away an iconic character and a role.
Yeah.
I don't see, because 007. I mean, 007. He's British MI6. British intelligence MI6.
Right.
Okay, Idris Elba can pull off British because he is British. It's
Right.
just no
Yeah.
big deal. But that's all the whole. It's a whole character, which he's not. 007 was more famous because he's 007. But there's more than just 007. There's a bunch of 00s out there.
Right.
Okay, where you have Scarface, who is just he was a poor, Hispanic kid that grew up through the rough, streets, and the Cuban kid who grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, they're saying the original Scarface was based on an Italian mobster in Chicago, and then the Scarface we know was redone. It's a reboot of the original, which was an Italian
Yes,
mobster
that
in
is actually
Chicago.
true. And the original Scarface actually came out in the 1930s or 40s.
Yes.
So that is entirely true. So
So
you can go back to the the original mobster version of Scarface and do it that way.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm just.
If they do it that way, I don't see a problem with it.
I don't. It's not a big problem. It's just that they're race washing everybody. Everybody's so in tune with trying to be good and trying not to hurt people's feelings that they're doing everything that they shouldn't be doing. I mean, we've turned into a world of pansies.
Maybe everyone should watch a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah, which I can't wait for Spaceballs too.
I'm just saying.
Well, hopefully he gets that done before he passes away.
I don't know. He's going on strong. He'll probably live longer than us.
Yeah, probably. Hey, did you see that Stan Lee video about his hand?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
No, he's like apparently he hasn't been able to sign autographs with his right hand.
Okay.
And he said that he did this video because there was this big deal over the internet that his health is failing and stuff. And he's like, my hand is better now. He's like, see, I can move it and everything. But he goes, but this other hand, and he pulls out an Incredible Hulk hand.
Nice.
And he goes, my other hand, something mysterious is going on here. But everybody's concerned about Stan Lee's health because of his age. And,
well, he's up there too. He's what, 96?
yeah, I think 96.
He's up there too. The whole you want to keep up with the Me Too thing or whatever. Chris Hardwick finally returns to Talking Dead.
Yes, he did.
Now, upon his return, apparently a couple of producers
and writer.
Quit. Yeah, executive producer quit. Some staff members resigned.
Yeah.
When he come back, because I guess they're just pretty adamant about it.
But the sad part is they did see or what channel is that on? What channel is Walking Dead on?
Oh, AMC.
AMC, that's right. AMC did their own personal investigation into it and cleared Chris Hardwick of any wrongdoing, and according to their investigation. So, I mean, for those people that quit, I think they're just bandwagon jumping too.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking. Because, like I say, like we just said, it's getting bad.
It is.
I mean, pretty soon somebody's gonna claim that I raped him, and I didn't do anything
Well, there
wrong.
was that time, Mike, when we were alone, and I didn't want to. You had a little too much to drink.
I don't remember.
Exactly.
Sounds like me.
I don't recall,
fired.
counselor.
I should be fired. Sounds like me. Like, what's his name? The cook. The long-haired, redheaded cook. I can't think of his name now, but Tony. I don't remember. But anyway, he was on the Chew, and he's on the Food Network.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, I can't think of his name, but it's on the tip of my tongue. But when he was accused, all he said was, "Sounds like me," and he got fired.
Yeah, well, the kind of in the same line as this, they just that movie, The Billionaire Boys Club, just debuted last week.
Yes, I want to see
about
that one. No, what happened?
It's got, I guess it's based off of the back in the 90s, that big Ponzi scheme they had when all those kids were getting rich off everybody. And it's got some pretty big actors in it. Anson Elgort, who was in that movie Baby Driver.
Right.
Taron Egerton, who plays Eggsy in Golden Circle, Kingsman.
Yep.
Emma Roberts, if you know what she is.
Emma Roberts.
But it only did a whopping $618 over the weekend.
Really?
Yep. Of course, it was only released in 11 theaters.
Really?
$618.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, you know who else is in it? Kevin Spacey.
Oh, well, there you go.
They come out with a statement saying that, please don't hold this against us. There's a lot of other brilliant actors. This movie was filmed 2.5 years ago before all this stuff came out with Kevin Spacey and blah blah blah. Which I understand. You can't hold other people responsible for that.
Yeah, they're just gonna boycott it because of Kevin Spacey.
And it's not fair to the other
Spacey.
actors and stuff in there too.
I call him Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
I call him Kevin Spacey. Yeah, Spacey.
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 Hey, you know what? I'm thinking. Did you hear about Tekken?
I did not.
You don't know who the new?
Yes, I did hear.
Oh, you did. Darn it. Darn. Well, you guys haven't heard it. Negan is going to be a playable character in Tekken.
That'd be interesting.
That's going to be cool. Today I don't watch Walking Dead no more because it's meaningless and pointless and no longer fun.
Now that Rick's leaving.
Oh, everybody's leaving. When they killed Glenn off, my daughter, she was like, no more. And then it's slowly been trickling downhill for me too since then.
Have you ever watched?
I've read the comics. Yep, I have seen the comics, but they didn't have to follow the comics. They didn't follow the comics with Abraham's death. They didn't follow They eventually killed him off later, but they didn't kill him off when they were supposed to kill him. So
the doctor got the arrow in the eye.
Yeah. So they could have taken liberties and kept him on the show, but because Daryl's not even supposed to be in the show.
Nope.
So I mean, and Daryl's the person that's going to be taking over for Andrew Lincoln when he leaves.
What's funny is that every right hand man that Rick ever had, Andrew Lincoln, or not Andrew, but Rick in the comic books ever had, has always died.
I know.
So I just thought it's always funny. So.
Yeah.
And that's not funny. Ironic. That's just funny.
That is funny. That is funny.
Marvel's still trying to persuade Disney to bring James Gunn back for Guardians 3.
Yeah, Disney came out and said no this week, though.
This coming on the heels of Batista threatening to quit. Dave Batista.
Yeah, I read that.
So I'm just like, he's pretty pissed off about it.
But you know what? He can't quit because he probably signed a contract.
But if he can probably find a loophole, I'm sure that the company is contractually obligated to be under that director, and if that director's not there, then
that could be. I don't know what his contract says, but I'm pretty sure he's stuck.
Yeah, who knows? I know we haven't been on for a couple of weeks, but there's a couple things from here a while back. Of course, Madden 19 released.
Woo! And I got my butt kicked by the computer last night.
The Doom released on Xbox Game Pass.
Yep, Doom.
So this coming on the heels of the brand new gameplay trailer for Doom Eternal.
Yes. And
they also had a gameplay trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, they did. I was going to talk about that. That looked nice. I was excited. I'm really excited.
I put that right in so you can talk about it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly. I'm really excited. I mean, this game has been due out years ago, but I'm excited for it. My wife will probably play the crap out of it. I'll play the crap out of it.
What was the first one?
Yeah, we talked about this before, and I don't think we ever got an answer. Do you remember what Out West game was once you beat it, you got to do the farming? You got to act as a farmer.
I don't know. It's a good question.
There was I want to say it was Gun or Red Dead Redemption. The original one, when you completed the whole game, you just went back to your place and you got to be a farmer. Or was that a Gears game I'm thinking of?
That is a good question. I don't know.
You guys put it in the chat. Tell me what I'm thinking about. Let me know on Facebook.
Let Mike know what he's thinking.
Yes, because I don't know what I'm thinking half the damn time, so you need to let me know what I'm thinking. You're excited, I bet you, right? With the announcement of One Punch Man Season 2 coming out next year.
I am ecstatic. I love One Punch Man.
Yeah, One Punch Man.
Did you ever watch it?
Yeah, I watched it, yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, a series of normal punches.
That was a special move.
Yeah. Consecutive punches.
Yes, consecutive punches. Consecutive normal punches.
Yeah, consecutive normal punches.
This is awesome. Another one made by the same people with Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
Supposed to be coming out with season 2 also.
Yeah. I'm excited about that too. I like Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho. Have you ever watched the live action one?
No.
Live action one. It's on Netflix.
Really?
I started watching it and I was just like, it's just not the same.
Yeah. Is it a subtitle?
Yes, it is.
I'll watch it. So I read now. I
But
do
it's still
subtitle
not the
now.
same though. Just not that when you watch the zany animation of it,
Yeah,
as opposed to just the live action. It's just like,
right. I get you.
no, it's not the same.
And then they had new footage for My Hero Academia season 3.
It's already going on.
Is it?
The movie. There's a movie coming.
Oh, that's what it was. The movie.
Which I think that's this month. It comes out this month.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The new season's awesome. I've
Is
been
it?
watching it. Yeah,
I haven't.
they're about I think 10 or 12 episodes into it.
What's it? Nobuka something? What is it? What's the Japanese version for My Hero Academia?
Oh, it's I have to look it up again. I don't remember, to be honest.
My daughter used to say it all the time. She was special. Megan, what's My Hero Academia's Japanese version?
Boku no Hero Academia.
That's it, Boku no Hero.
Boku no Hero. See, she's smart. And she don't even watch anime anymore. She gave up on anime, dude.
It's a shame. That's a shame.
Now she's addicted to video games.
Well, I guess you're gonna be addicted to some. At least it's that.
Which We Happy Few released as well. And that game looks amazing. My daughter's been playing it. It looks good. It looks just like a BioShock game.
Did you buy it, or you got it on your
A Gamefly. I Gamefly everything, yeah. I am buying Madden. You know how much I'm paying for it?
Mm-mm.
They sent it to me the day after release day. I got it. And I'm paying $39 for it.
Good.
Yeah, so if you remember Gamefly, you get, after a certain period of time, you get 10% off, and then you get a $5 coupon every 3 months. You get a $5 off coupon.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to total cost me $39.
That's really good.
Yep, I'm excited. I save money.
That's always good to save money. Keeping up with some renews, of course. I haven't seen it yet, but Castle Rock already renewed for season 2.
Yep, I'm gonna be watching that here as soon as we finish up iZombie.
Netflix has renewed Glow for season 3. For 10
Sweet.
episodes.
Sweet.
I don't know if you watched season 2 yet.
I did.
It's good. I thought it was really good. It wasn't quite as good as the first one, but it was pretty good.
No, they mellowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
That's my take on it. Is it was mellowed out a little bit. Speaking of mellowed out a little bit, did you hear Venom's only going to be PG-13?
Is it really? I bet a lot of people are mad.
Yeah.
I bet
the internet is pee off.
I bet when you get the Blu-ray version, it'll probably be like uncut or R-rated or something.
No, I don't think so, because they said they came out and said the reason they didn't do it was because they're going to do a Spidey and Venom movie eventually. And it can't be a rated R Venom with a PG Spidey.
I hope they give it to Marvel and let them do it.
I hope so too. But yeah, that's the reason they said it's going to be PG-13 is because they want to do a Spidey movie with them in it.
We'll see.
Yep.
Of course, American Horror Story starts next month.
Yes, Apocalypse.
Which is I guess the big rumor is it's going to play off the Antichrist thing that was in season 1.
And Jessica Lange is back.
Yeah, as the grandmother.
As the grandmother who's watching the baby. Well, he wasn't a baby anymore.
Now, they've already signed on to do season 9 of American Horror Story.
Yes.
Well, they already signed on for another 10th season. So,
really?
Yes.
Really?
They had already said they just signed on to do a 10th season also.
Have you got caught up yet on American Horror Story?
I've not. I'm only a couple episodes into Freak Show still.
Freak Show? You stopped watching it as much.
I did. I quit watching for a little while. I was watching a bunch of other shows. I saw new Matt Groening, Disenchanted, which was actually pretty dang funny.
I haven't seen that yet. I'm going to watch that.
It's like medieval version of Simpsons, I guess.
It's
made
made
by...
by...
You did Futurama, you did Simpsons.
Yeah, it's the same animation style, too, I noticed.
It's exactly.
I noticed the Disenchantment looks a lot like The Simpsons.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll check it out eventually.
It's only 10 episodes, so it wasn't that bad.
No.
I'll tell you what, Netflix has still been knocking it out of the park.
Well, they got to. They're about to lose all their Disney stuff.
Yeah. They just come out with another Netflix original movie called The Package. Oh, my God.
Good movie?
It was absolutely and utterly hilarious.
Really? I'll have to check it out.
Yes. I'm talking over the top hilarious.
Really?
It's a little makes you kind of, I don't know if I'd watch it with girls, but it's...
Wow. Kind of like Happy Time Murders?
Yeah.
Have you seen the previews for
I've
that?
seen the trailer for that. Yeah.
There's like 3 trailers out now for it. I'm going to see it when it comes out.
Speaking of not watching things with your kids,
What'd I do?
did you hear about the movie The Nun coming out?
No.
I guess it's like the 5th installment for part of the whole Conjuring series. And
Oh,
all that
yes,
stuff.
I did hear that. Yeah.
So apparently, Netflix or not Netflix, YouTube has removed the trailer.
Really?
The Nun, yeah. They said it had too much jump scare and shock value. What the hell? Seriously?
Maybe a good.
Has anyone ever watched stuff on YouTube?
I know, right? But maybe it'll be a good one because all the Conjuring movies kind of stunk.
I thought the Conjuring movies were okay.
I didn't.
I didn't watch the Annabelle ones. I just watched the Conjuring one. And
I
two.
didn't like it.
Isn't that the one with the 2 paranormal people, right? Investigators.
Yeah, it's about the Warrens. It's
yeah.
all about the Warrens' history of what they claim to be their supernatural experiences.
The first one was pretty good, where they were in the old house.
Yeah.
Out in the countryside or whatever.
Oh yeah, The Haunting in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that
the
was good.
second one, where they were in England.
I don't remember the second one.
They were like a little house in London or something like that.
Okay.
That one was. I thought that one was actually a little better than the first one. The second one had actually where she had the images of the nun.
Oh, okay.
That's where the nun come from.
That was.
So.
See, I don't.
And of course, they made 17 Annabelle movies. And
yeah.
I haven't seen anything. I've just seen the Conjuring 1 and 2. Is all I've seen. But they've been pretty good. That's what I've seen.
I didn't like them. I like A Haunting in Connecticut, which is the first movie that starts off about the Warrens.
It's based off of that.
Yeah, it's based off. It's about you have you ever seen it?
No.
It's about a kid that's dying of cancer,
mm-hmm.
and his mom and him have to drive all the way to Connecticut to get treatment, and it's like a 4-hour drive each day to get chemotherapy and stuff. So they rent a house in Connecticut, and the house is haunted, and it's pretty good. And the kid who's dying of cancer sleeps in the basement, and all these crazy things are going on.
Nice.
It's pretty good. I won't tell you the ending, but it's pretty dang good. So, just to go back a little bit, we were talking about some DC and stuff like that. Well, we were talking Marvel, but you hear Ivy and Harley Quinn got married in the comic books.
Okay.
Did you know that? No.
I know they kind of swung both ways, but
yeah. Apparently, this latest installment they got married. So a little bit of LGBT.
Well, speaking of LGBT and DC.
All right. Hey, let's see how I led you.
That's nice. They announced Batgirl for the DC universe in the CW.
Yes, and I think they got a good one too.
Ruby Rose.
Yeah, Ruby Rose.
However, she quit Twitter. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did hear she quit Twitter.
Apparently, everyone's pretty upset because she's not a gay person playing a gay person. She's playing a gay person, but she's not gay in real life.
Right.
So everyone's, oh my God, it's just. This goes back to her whole whitewashing and race washing thing.
Yeah,
now you're gender washing.
I'm telling you, society is like, I don't know how we do anything in a day anymore. Because
my thing is okay. What about, I don't know, Neil Patrick Harris?
Yeah, Doogie Howser.
No one complains about him when he's playing a womanizer, hooker-loving person in Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
Or when he was in How I Met Your Mother, who was like the greatest ladies' man
to ever. Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I love NPH. I absolutely love him. He's one of the most funniest, charismatic person I've ever seen on
TV.
is.
I agree.
But I'm just saying, you can't sit there and say what's good for one is not good for the other.
Nope, you can't.
You know, if that's the case, we're going to have just nothing but all black movies, all white movies, all Asian movies, all Hispanic movies, and nothing is going to be in it.
Yeah.
That diversity is what makes this world.
I agree.
People need to just get over it.
I agree. I said the society is so sensitive. I don't understand what happened.
That's what I'm saying. They just need to get over it.
You watch stuff back in the 80s, okay?
Oh, yeah.
When we were kids, we watched stuff like Jason. Mm-hmm. And if you were to watch it nowadays with kids, with your kids, you're like, oh, fast forward. Ooh, fast forward. I didn't know the sex scene was here.
Yep.
And it's just like, we watched this as kids, and we turned out to be a good generation. Now we've got all this, yeah, mostly, except for Kent. Now he won't listen to this, so he won't hear it. But now you got people that are so into censorship and stuff that you've created a world of wussies. I'm sorry, they're
Well, I agree
wimps.
with you.
It's
Everyone's
just
so afraid of offending something or someone or something,
yeah.
anything.
I don't censor my kids. I don't believe in it. I don't believe it. I censor them from like hardcore sex stuff, but I don't censor them from violence or anything or
Well,
mild
there's
nudity or
there's
anything.
one thing to display it, and there's one thing to know about it. I mean, if you teach them and say, hey, this is not true, this is fake, this is
Exactly.
whatever.
Exactly.
That's it's our duty as parents and as adults or whatever for whatever reason to tell our kids or our
Yeah.
who are as guardians or whatever, say, hey, look, this is not real.
Well, see,
Don't take offense to it.
right. See, I when I say I don't censor them, it's kind of a lie because if they want to watch something that's a mature audience or an adult oriented, I make them watch it with me so that I'm there to explain things.
Well, there's nothing wrong. Again, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because that's exactly what I do. If they want to watch something mature rated, they have to watch it with me. If they don't watch it with me, they can't watch it. But that's my censorship, and I think more people need to get on a page. Okay, violent video games and sex on TV does not create a bad population or a bad culture. Because we had it as a kid, and our generation turned out pretty dang well. They're
Oh, I know.
leaders,
There's
and
been so many things that people blame for whatever, for this reason, that reason, or whatever,
hmm
and it's
it's
like,
been around forever.
no, these people are, you know,
Crazy.
they're psychotic already.
Yeah.
Just because they saw something and they wanted to go do it, they could have saw anything. They're like, oh, look, that guy got thrown off a building. Let me just go throw someone off a building, or that guy, jumped in front of a car. Let me push someone in front of a car. And it's like, well, what'd you do? I saw it on a movie.
Yeah. And see, as a kid, I had a relative. I'm not going to say his name, but I had a relative who had troubles distinguishing between fantasy and real life.
Hmm.
So he would walk around in real life and pretend to cut people with invisible Jedi swords and stuff like that. See, people like that need to be censored.
Yeah.
But a normal functioning child, you shouldn't have to worry about it. You should be there to explain to them the difference between fantasy and fiction, and move on.
Yeah. And that's, again, we can only preach it so much and see who takes
I
it
know.
to heart, I guess.
So this next coming month, Hocus Pocus 25th anniversary Blu-ray comes out.
They're supposed to be making another one of them.
Yep, they are. And the Hocus
Original
Pocus
characters.
Funko Pops will be coming. Hocus Pocus is good. I love Funko Pops. Look on top of my entertainments. Look at my kids'
I
room.
know.
You want
I
to see
can't say much
Funkos?
because I've got a couple of them myself that I got for my birthday.
Yeah.
But mine are funny though. Mine are from Super Troopers. I got Ramathorn and I got what is his name? Where he had the little bulletproof cup
Right.
on.
Yeah.
And he's holding his thumbs up.
Yep. Mine are
So-
Packer players.
Yeah, well, mine are better.
Yeah. Whatever.
No, I did. They were making a sequel to, I guess, Hocus Pocus finally, but then it's supposed to have the original cast in it,
Yep. Amaka, maka, 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 maka.
with the exception of Biggs, because I think he's dead.
Yeah. I think he's dead too.
Officially, he's dead.
Yeah. I think he's dead. But last thing I got is Elf is coming back to TV. Did you know that? They're redoing Elf. Yes, I know. You're staring. You look at Chris's face, and he's staring at me like, "What the frick?"
You know about the Will Ferrell elf?
No, Elf. ALF.
Oh, Alf.
Yeah, Elf.
He sounds like he said elf. I'm sorry.
Sorry, not Elf. Not Will Ferrell.
Oh,
I don't like
Alf.
Will Ferrell. Elf.
Alien life form. Alf.
Yes.
Gordon Shumway. Okay.
Yes, they're redoing that show.
Well, they're running out of ideas. So.
Yeah, I don't know how they're running out of ideas, but they're running out of ideas. But that was the last thing I had.
I got just a couple small things. Did you hear Quentin Tarantino's new movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes, and he's doing Star Trek.
I guess it's still kind of on the rocks right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I read about this movie, and I thought it was supposed to be about what's his name from Helter Skelter?
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson. But it's actually a timepiece in that particular time during the Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
And I guess it's ever about how everyone's dealing with stuff while he's out there. This madman's on the loose.
Huh.
But they got some pretty big. It's based off.
Don't say Tom Cruise. I'll shoot you.
No. It's based off of two guys. One's actually a Hollywood actor in the series in the movie.
Yeah.
And the other guy's a stuntman.
Okay.
But the guy that play, I don't know who plays who, but the Hollywood actor and the stuntman are played by Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
Oh.
So he's got some pretty A-list actors.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie's playing Sharon Tate, who was murdered by the Manson.
Right, pregnant lady.
And they got actually a guy named Mike Moe to play Bruce Lee. So apparently Bruce Lee's going to be in the movie too.
Okay.
So it sounds pretty interesting. I mean, Quentin Tarantino's pretty hit on all of his movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of his movies that I haven't liked. And I've seen some pretty bad ones.
And then, of course, one of the other last things I got is Samsung is working on its first foldable phone. Did you hear about this?
No.
It's an actual phone that you can just fold up, not like a flip phone.
Right, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's just like a screen you can just kind of fold up.
I've seen the foldable TVs.
Mm-hmm. They said that they talked about it's going to be, they're still maybe a year or two out on it, but they're saying that it might be out sooner than later.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
And they're talking possibly around the first of the year.
Wow.
Apparently, there's a big race right now between Samsung and Sprint and all these places to get this 5G network out. And
yeah, I know that.
They're saying that Sprint was probably going to be the first one to get the 5G network out, and Verizon's saying, no, we're going to be the first one to get 5G network out. But they're saying the Samsung will not be the first phone out for 5G. There will be another phone out, but so a lot of cryptic messages on all that stuff.
That's cool. I know the foldable TVs are pretty sweet looking, so that'd be interesting. Maybe they'll make them so you can drop them on the ground without the screen shattering.
Yeah, you think. Well, if they fold, you figure why would they shatter?
Well, they've been doing pretty good. Have you seen the droid testing where they drop them off of buildings, freeze them, all kinds of stuff? Yeah, so they've been holding up pretty good.
I've seen the TV that I believe Samsung came out with. That's a foldable TV, like you were talking about.
Yeah,
that rolls up.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
The big one. Yeah. That one was neat, but so now they're talking about the phone. So I don't know how it's going to work. If it's going to have like a cover, you just fold it over, and you're done, and you open it up, it's the whole screen. Or
it sounds cool to me.
Essentially a flip phone.
Right, but
a flip smartphone, but who knows?
Who knows? Well, all you got there?
That's all I got. I'm good.
Cool. Make sure to like and share us on Facebook, Twitter, and we'll be back next week, Tuesday, for some more Mike and Chris, and we'll be launching our
Ask the Geek.
Ask the Geek segment.
Finally.
We've been talking about it.
We just had to get some stuff in order on it, but we're finally going to do it.
We're going to do it. So just remember, don't get loaded.
Get reloaded.